Hey, what's up, traders? Since I'm already kind of just doing my recording, I figured I'd make a video here just for the channel and just kind of for my journal. Um, Looking at the market, it's it, it kind of just bothers me a bit, and I'm just kind of just stating my emotions. Pre-market, I honestly missed all of this downtrend, and it kind of just bothers me. I had other things going on. I had family stuff, had some sickness, and I kind of just, missed this whole move from 45.63, and we're down here at 42. So it's um, nearly a 300 point move. If I'm doing my math right, probably not. It's close. It's over 200 point move that I missed that started on September 15th. And if you just look at it from, sorry, you just look at it from a top down perspective, when this move started, that's a trend, right? So my channel, if you haven't seen that video, how I see trends, this is a trend day, and it is a one channel trend. If you just see it sticking in between this 1 and 1.5 standard deviation and not really retesting that VWAP. And this is how you can hold into a swing position, right? So this is the VWAP on that session. If you look at this consolidation area, we never even tested this level. We never even went back up in there. So you could hold that if you had a runner, and you can maybe build into a position if you really had maybe you could have got into this day, but it would have been tough to hold when it retested up here because your average cost would have been a little bit lower. Um, but this is just a consolidation after that big move, and then we get that continuation from the consolidation, and it continues. It continues, even though it looks choppy. If you just look from a higher time frame perspective, and this is only a 3,000 volume chart, you can probably see it a little bit more cleaner. But this is how I like to look at it, because for me, it fits mine. I can see the whole session on the day, um, how price is continuing. So we've moved down, and now we're kind of just moving into a consolidation range from the 27th into now, right? So we're looking at this range, and we could probably just mark the tops and bottom of this range. All right, so that's just the top and the bottom of the range, and we're just consolidating in that. Now, if you're a volume profiler, like I like to look at it, um, this is that same thing, but just a little bit cleaner. You don't have all those lines. So if you don't like those lines, maybe you prefer this. What I like to do, though, is when price is starting to majority on the sessions. So if we have a session, we have a session here. Majority of the price was outside of this the value area. This is inside of that, so I'm going to add these together and make this as a composite, right? And you can, that's close. It's not again, like most of this stuff is not scientific. It's more art. So it's your interpretation if you think this is inside of it. It's a little low. These two are still inside of each other. Now the daily, I'll show you how I do the daily expected range. So this is how I do my expected range of the day. I'm just using options. Again, this isn't a you just go to equity index, S&P 500, Tuesday, today's Tuesday. And right now, this is the expected range, 42.61 to the bottom, 43.32 to the top. So 42.61. Again, this is going to change until, I like to do it when we're close to open, but I'm just showing you an example of what I'm doing. 332. And this just says, you could just read it, and this range is going to stay in here 68% of the time, right? So we could use that kind of to our advantage. If we're seeing a rangy type day, we can counter moves and things like that if there's no news going on, right? And we do have jolts today, and we could obviously exceed if we trend out. We can exceed this, but this can give you also price targets. Um, if you want to try to capture bigger moves, like okay, well we got a trend forming. How much more range do we have? Well, it's already breaking past our one standard deviation. What would two look like, right? Hey, what's up, traders? Wanted to give you an update on how the session played out and kind of what we were talking about or what I was viewing pre-market. 10 a.m. Jolts report came out and gave us catalyst to move out of some of that range that we discussed earlier. 10 a.m. news comes out. We're hovering above the full session VWAP. We get a move down, breaking below the opening range low. It's 30-second opening range. And we get a test up the high, is rejected, blows through. This is a plus entry here with the retest of the opening range low to get you in. And we kind of just break into that one channel trend move based off the catalyst of the jolts. If you miss these A plus setups, I honestly, it would be tough to get into this area. You see here, we had 43 points of range in this initial bounce. If you remember, our expectancy for the low of the day was 42.61, and the initial bounce was 42.74. If you had a setup or if you had a way that could get you in this entry to target the expectancy of the low with the runner possibly to that 50% IB, certainly that's within realm to capture this move, which is still, that's a 12-point move. That's nothing to shy away from at all. And you don't use the expectancy as an entry either. That would just be gambling because unless you have a setup, right, can get you in that to counter trend back into that initial bounce, leave a runner to possibly get that full session VWAP. That's beyond what we're talking about today. Today was just kind of rolling through the pre-market and to the TPO chart just to give you that look as well. And you can see this is that consolidation area. We were just inside of it, and we got that catalyst at 10 a.m. that just catapulted us down, throwing a bunch of single prints. If you're not familiar with single prints, this is just 30-minute periods, and that is just showing you that these levels blew through, or the price blew through these levels and did not form out like they were forming out here. You can see these are just eventually these are going to get retested. Maybe not get retested today, but some point price likes to fill single prints, and you can use that as targets or areas as well with your pre-market work. But again, I just wanted to give you an update how I was looking at today, how today formed out, and just give you a little insight on my daily activities of trading. Catch you guys on the next video.